Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Richardson Hill versus Russell.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Richardson, you have summoned the defendant, Ms. Russell, to court to prove that her 3-year-old daughter, Alasia, was not fathered by your husband, Mr. Richardson, who recently passed away.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're joined today by his mother.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Ms. Russell, you say you can't change the fact that you slept with a married man. You claim Mr. Richardson is your daughter's father, and you're entitled to the Social Security benefits for her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Richardson and Ms. Hill, explain your doubt. Why do you feel Mr. Richardson is not Alasia's biological father?
Your Honor, at my husband's deathbed, I had asked him, did he want to see his child? He said, that's not my child. So he kept telling me all the way until he took his last breath that she was not his child.
And you feel like at that point, if he did feel it was a possibility it was his child, he would have told you.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Russell, they say there's no way Mr. Richardson is the father of your child, but you disagree. Explain why.
Your Honor, first of all, I know who I was sleeping with. I'm not that type of person, never have been. My kids are 15 years apart. Prior to me being with Bert, I wasn't with nobody for at least 2 months.
You contend that you were sleeping with no one else.
Correct, Your Honor.
Besides him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Even though you were aware he was a married man.
I wasn't aware of that, Your Honor. I wasn't told about a wife until I was with the mom one day, and I told her that he had asked me to marry him in a text. She said, I don't know how he gonna ask you to marry him when he already married. When I asked Bert about
Got that right, you knew.
When I asked Bert about it, he told me that they were separated and that he was waiting on her to pay for a divorce because he couldn't do it.
He wasn't
All
gonna
right,
get no
Ms. Hill.
divorce. He wasn't gonna get no divorce.
That might be
He
true.
always loved that Lisa.
But that's not what
and
he told
Lisa
me.
is
And I
my
sent
daughter-in-law,
papers to
and that's
him
that.
for the
That's all it's
divorce.
gonna
And the
be.
fact that he
After I
lied
found out
about
the baby.
everything but his
He
name.
went to sign, he said he was not gonna sign no papers. He was not
No.
getting a divorce.
She told my son it was not his child. Okay,
I
then
said I
you turned
wish it was.
around.
I wish it was
Then you
another
turned
person
around
to blame.
and said it was his child. Now what I supposed to believe?
Ms. Richardson, when did you find out?
I found out from my mother-in-law. She wrote me a letter and we
Yep.
talked over the phone, and she told me that he had a girlfriend, and she also told me that he had a baby. She sent me a picture of the child. I don't even know what to say really about this because I'm very devastated, I'm upset, I'm angry.
We haven't
I
really
haven't
mourned.
time to grieve over my loss of my husband. I was there when he took his last breath.
She was there the
I
whole time.
The whole thing.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Ms. Russell, take me back. Tell me a little bit about this relationship.
When I met Bert, it was in December. I was living with my aunt. February, he called me and said, I'm about to go put this money down on this apartment for us. But he called me and said that he was meeting with the landlord. He was $100 short. I was just getting off the highway with my mom. I went to the ATM, got the $100 and met him at the apartment behind his mama's house with the landlord and gave him the $100. Before he went to work that same day, he came over to my aunt's house and gave me a key. The whole time I was living with my aunt, I had been sick off and on, but I had thyroid problems, so me not having my menstrual regularly, I didn't pay it no attention. The end of March, I got up to go to the bathroom one day and I could barely move. I called my mom and asked her to take me to the hospital. My aunt ended up taking me. I get to the hospital, they're like, just so we suspect that you're pregnant. I start laughing. I thought it was a joke. I'm like, this is the day before April Fool's Day, why are you playing? I was 4 months and 3 days. And that was the middle of April I found out. I started messing with Bert the second week of December. I hadn't been with nobody since October.
And then
before that.
after that time, you ended the relationship.
I left him June 28th. He went to work. I
and
moved all my stuff out
at
and
that
went to his
point,
shelter.
was he accepting the child? Was he saying?
No, he told me he didn't want the baby. He tried to pay the neighbor to get me to take some type of pill to get me to have an abortion. So I just decided I wasn't gonna do it, and when I had the money, I was gonna leave.
The man she's telling me about, I'm thinking, was my husband a monster? He didn't act like this with me. We was married 10 years.
Well, you have to understand, Ms. Russell did not know it, but now may have not known it, but it has been revealed that she was...
I'm 39 years old. I was 35. I ain't never in my life been with no married man.
Your Honor, what I
you
told
found out
with
her,
him out of all
you
people.
should have stopped then. Why sit up there and keep
Miss
messing
Hill, when
around
did I
with
leave?
him? And then
I left
turn
him
around
when I
and
was
burn
5
up his
months
clothes.
pregnant. After I
His
found
clothes
out,
that his
4
wife
months,
bought
I left
him.
at 5.
She didn't
You
buy
tell me
him
what I
nothing.
did.
You were about to say, Ms. Richardson.
I had a child that died 2 years prior. And this child was throwed up on Facebook, just totally disrespected me as a wife. And I feel like, you know, I was still grieving of the loss of my child. Then you posting your child, even if you found out that he was married or you didn't know at that time, it's like you should have shown respect to me. And then when all of it came up, you're acting like you're the victim. No, you're the volunteer. Because when you take on a
I
relationship with
volunteered
a
to have
married
my whole
man,
life messed up by your
no,
husband.
when you
I
date a
volunteered
married
for that.
man, you're volunteering for trouble. That's what I'm talking about.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
I met Bert at the store. He was with a dude that I grew up with. Probably about a week later, me and him ended up talking on the phone. From that point on, we was together almost every day. He told me he was staying with his brother. About a month after I met him, I found out he was living with another female, a 21-year-old girl that was his girlfriend.
And so the bottom line is you met.
I met
And you
Bert
started
at the store and started talking to
a
him.
sexual relationship.
Yes.
After you started talking.
Correct.
And did you ever have a suspicion that he could be married?
Not at all.
I
Not at all.
told
We
her.
was together every day. Yes, Miss Hill, you did. After we found out I was pregnant.
All right. You've brought another witness. I'd like to hear from her. Ms. Barr, please stand up and join me
Let him live in peace.
here on the witness stand. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Your
The
Honor.
late Mr. Richardson is your...
He's my uncle.
He's your uncle.
My best friend, actually.
And so did he speak to you about this situation?
He did.
What did he tell you?
Before I even knew anything of Miss Russell, Your Honor, he was down south while his wife was away. And the first thing he said was, niece, I don't think that this baby is mine. I even have somebody else who's coming to visit me while I'm here. So she was never in the picture until the fact that she had the child. So after
So you're saying Ms. Russell was not in the picture when he was speaking about his relationships. He never spoke about Ms. Russell.
He never spoke about her until the fact that he said that there was a possible chance that her daughter, Alasia, was his.
And when he
still
told you
said-
that, what did he say related
He said,
to?
I don't think that I could possibly have a child by her within this time when it took me so long to have kids by my wife, let alone that
Her
my
body
two
ain't
kids
got nothing
passed
to do
away.
with mine.
Okay, it doesn't. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that your body has anything to do with it. But both women that he has been with, it took them over 3 years to
That
get
still ain't got
pregnant by
nothing to do
him.
with me.
Okay,
Same
it
thing. I
might not
wasn't
have
celibate
nothing to
for
do with you,
15
but at
years.
the
How my
same
kids
time,
so
though,
far
even for
apart?
you to sit here and tell him that you wish that
It
he
happened
wasn't
for a
her
reason.
daddy, that's very disrespectful for you to slander his name on Facebook. Every time my uncle mess with somebody, I know everything he do. Like you said, he was staying with somebody.
Obviously you don't.
Obviously I do.
So
For
you know
him to
about the
say
other
here,
8.
okay,
You know about all of them then.
I know about every last one of them. Yes, I do. Every time my uncle mess with somebody, I know everything he do.
You know about all of them then.
I know about every last one of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
I
probably
do.
do now because of his wife.
No, it ain't had nothing to do with his wife, because before his wife, I knew about who he was talking to then, while he was married to his first wife.
So, Ms. Barr, so you do know that your uncle was sleeping with women other than his wife?
I do know that.
You just did not know particularly about Ms. Russell.
Yeah, because not even, this is no disrespect to her. I'm not saying that she wasn't irrelevant to him because I don't know their relationship personally. But he did bring another lady down to see him. When he brought her to South Carolina, he never even mentioned her name until he was like, oh, I got to deal with some stuff when I go back. But when he came back, my grandmama had the baby on the couch at like 6 months maybe. We came up to visit. My baby was 3. Okay, I was like, who baby? Oh, that's your uncle's baby. I said, oh, Well, okay.
So
And I
wait,
walked
when
to
you
the back
saw,
because
when
he
you, wait,
still
wait,
said-
wait. When you saw Miss Russell's baby for the first time, she was on your grandmother's couch, Miss Hill, and you said, whose baby is it? And he said she said, that's your uncle's baby?
Yes.
So there was an acknowledgement.
Miss Pam was acknowledging my baby until Miss Richardson came back.
No.
No.
That's not
No.
true.
She had not.
I
I'm lying about everything.
I kept saying to myself, is this my son's child or is it not? I told him to go get a DNA.
So you've taken a DNA test prior. You did.
Yes.
After
And
the
What
fact that-
happened exactly?
Inconclusive. After my son had passed away, there was a letter came through the mail. It said for child support. I opened it up because my son is dead. So I opened it up and seen for child support. I called the people, let them know my son is dead. So what is this all about? They said, well, ma'am, since he dead, we need a DNA test did on you. When the paperwork came back, it was inconclusive. That means the child does not have my DNA and she is not related to me. Hello.
So when you had the prior test done, who was tested?
I was tested.
Just you.
Yes.
All right. And the child, of course.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Russell, when you got the results and they said they were inconclusive, what did you think?
I didn't know what the problem could have been because, again, I know who I was with.
But I'm the one pushing
Sure
this.
is.
I want closure. I got doubt because someone on their deathbed saying no.
Yeah.
So I just don't know what to believe. I'm here today to
That
find
man
out.
went all the way,
I want Dana
all the way
to
6
tell
feet
me.
under with all his lies.
Well, you know
You
what?
know what?
His
Don't
spirit
talk about
right
him
here.
because he
I'm
just
not
he's
talking
not
about
ready
him.
to
I'm the
defend
one
himself. Yeah,
who
he
respected
the lies.
did lie,
3.5
but
years.
he's not the
I've
only
been the
person
one being
who
lied
has
to the
lied.
most
So don't just
about everything.
say
One,
Yeah,
hold on,
very
hold on.
rude.
One person at a time. I see you're feeling emotional, Miss Russell, upset. You're saying you've been lied to the most. Explain to me these.
It's 5 things he told me that was the truth. His name, where he worked at, who his mama was, and his age. Well, 4. Everything else he told me was a lie. The relationship from the beginning was garbage.
My mother-in-law, Pamela, Miss Hill, she cries a lot. She want closure. She don't want to walk away from the child and me neither. I would probably be just really devastated if I found out today it wasn't my husband's baby because I done set my head and my mind frame that it is his child because of what she's telling me. She's saying that it could be no other father. I'm on her side on that part, but I'm on her side as a woman. I'm putting myself in her shoes. I'm trying to be a peacemaker in this whole situation. And I feel like as a victim in the situation, I shouldn't care at all. But I do.
You're not the only victim.
I even had
I've been
a
dealing with this
necklace
for
made
years.
for her child a year ago. After when my husband died, I had this necklace made last July. I haven't given it to her because I don't know whether my husband is the father or not. I got it engraved, and it says, always in my heart. And it has his remains in it. And if he come back today that my husband is that child's father, I want to give her this necklace. If not, it's going back home with me.
Thank you.
I also want to bond with this child if it's my husband's child.
Did you and your husband ever have children together besides the one you lost?
We had that one child and she passed away.
So in some ways, this really would be a piece of your husband, a piece of your son,
Yes. If it's true.
if it is in fact his biological child.
And if it come back today that he's not the father, are you willing to go on Facebook and apologize
sure
to me
will.
as a wife,
Please.
for
Not-
her
not
as
a
a mother,
Please.
to
I
the
sure
family?
will.
I should have been the one beating you up, but I didn't. I stayed humble. I'm his wife.
One
He
that
could
needed
have
to
called
play
you
her
on his
game.
deathbed, but he called me. He come and got me.
Well,
It don't even
Ms.
matter to me, though.
Richardson, you said the reason you're here today is for closure.
Yes, and so
I
I can
have
grieve.
the closure for you. I
Please,
have the
Please,
results.
that's why I'm here.
Jerome,
Please.
the envelope, please.
Make it quick.
Please.
Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In order to determine if Alasia Richardson is the child of Bert Richardson, we tested both the paternal grandparent, Mr. Richardson Sr., and the maternal grandparent, Ms. Hill. The results determine if there's a viable relationship between the child, Alasia, Ms. Hill, and Mr. Richardson Sr. The results read as follows. In the case of Richardson, Hill versus Russell, pertaining to 3-year-old Alasia Richardson, it has been determined by this court, Ms. Hill and Mr. Richardson Sr. are related to Alasia Richardson.
Thank you, Your
Thank you.
Honor.
That's all we want.
That's all we wanted. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I don't lie about nothing. I'm too grown for that.
Well, we going by what my husband said, and as a
Yeah.
wife, that was my duty.
I
And
understand
you have
that.
to respect that also.
I
And I'm
understand
still
that.
grieving.
But can I
No
get
one
her
was
some
there.
time?
When he took his last breath, I was there. When he told me she wasn't his, I had to have faith in that. And I'm still
I
hurting.
understand that.
I held his hand.
But I
in
told
his
you from
arm
day
till he
one.
took his last breath.
She look, act like, eat like him, built like him, everything. I'm nowhere in there.
You would like to give the gift, Ms. Richardson,
I would
to
like to.
your husband's daughter?
Yes.
She's a real good woman.
That's
Even
wonderful.
through everything, she said even if she wasn't, she'd have still been there for my baby.
That's wonderful. And I love so much, Miss Russell, after all you've been through, and Miss Richardson, Miss Hill, after all you've been through, that you all can still find common ground. And that common ground is Alasia.
That's it.
And now, I can't think of a better reason to put your differences aside and to figure out how you can be this little girl's village, because she deserves one. I wish you all the very best of luck. Court is adjourned.
I got something for you. Got you a necklace from your daddy. And I want you to wear it around your neck. I love you, Lace.